Greetings, trusty fear. The Green Hills of Tyrol is one of those tunes which almost every bagpiper learns when they start out. It's catchy, easy to play and used by many bands for tuning up. These are the Green Hills of Tyrol. They are located in Austria and form part of the Northern Limestone Alps, with Germany in the north and Italy in the south. The snow and rain take about 16 years to work their way through the limestone, resulting in pure mineral water, which locals drink from the tap. Tyrol is one of the 9 federal states, or Bundesländer, that make up modern-day Austria. It used to be an independent country ruled by counts. In 1253, rulership passed by inheritance to the Meinhardiner family. In 1335, the last male heir to the Meinhardiner lands, Henry of Bohemia, died, and his daughter Margarita became Countess of Tyrol. She was a very good and clever ruler, but made one big mistake. She fell out with the Pope, which in those days was not a good idea. Tyrol was excommunicated, and all priests were required to leave immediately. No more masses could take place, and religious life came to a standstill. Unluckily for Margarita, this was quickly followed by a series of earthquakes, floods, and a plague which she was blamed for. Margarita was forced to do something. The Habsburgs, a strong family not only in Austria but also in other parts of Europe, had a good relationship with the Pope and offered to mediate, but there was one condition. In the event that Margarita died without a son, the Habsburgs would take over rulership of the country. Well, this was no problem. Margarita was already married and had a son, so she signed the contract. Rudolf IV, a member of the Habsburg family, talked to the Pope on Margarita's behalf. The excommunication was lifted and all was well again. But 2 years later, Margarita's husband died, and 2 years after that her son died also. Naturally, the rumour spread that the Habsburg family had a hand in their deaths. It wasn't exactly difficult for the aristocracy to get away with these things, and even back then you needed some fairly decent evidence before you could convict somebody of murder. Poisoned in 1363, Tyrol lost its independence, and when Margarita died in 1369 became part of the Habsburg Empire. Tyrol is home to the city of Innsbruck, who have hosted the Winter Olympics twice. First in 1964, they weren't planning to host it a second time, but when the city of Denver ran out of money with just 3 years to go, the International Olympic Committee was faced with the real possibility of having to cancel the 1976 Games, when Innsbruck stepped in and saved the day. They even planned to bid for the 2026 Games, but residents weren't too happy about it. Innsbruck is very picturesque, and there are plenty of bargains to be had if you know where to look. You have to pay 70 cents to use the public toilets, but Swarovski Crystal will let you use their loos for free as long as you subject yourself to their hard sell first. And while I was wandering down the high street, I couldn't resist stopping by McDonald's and trying the iced coffee, which I highly recommend if you ever come this way. The Green Hills of Tyrol wasn't written as a Highland piece. Like many good ideas, it was nicked. It started as an old Tyrolese air and became famous when Rossini introduced it into his opera William Tell. During the Crimean War, Pipe Major John MacLeod of the 93rd Highlanders heard a band of the Sardinian contingent playing it and tried it on the bagpipes, as you do. It worked so well that pipers have been playing it ever since. The tune was given a new lease of life in 1961 when Andy Stewart put some lyrics to it. A Scottish Soldier, as it became known, reached the #1 pop chart spot in Canada, Australia and New Zealand. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little piece of history, and if you did, please remember to give this video a like because it makes me happy. And if you really liked this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notified about future videos I post. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again very soon.